Hi friends, my dear doctors. If you are watching this video, we have met somewhere in some conferences, seminars, or I have come to your college, or we were studying together. Somewhere we have met. Dear doctors, this video is for sharing my message with you all. I hope it will be useful for you. What I experienced in my life, in my professional life, to get my message out to the world, what all struggles I had, what all failures I faced, how it turned to success in due course, that I want to share with you. For this reason, I made this video, I'm sharing it with you. Many of our friends, my juniors in college, they used to call me and ask how to launch my hospital, how to send my message out, how to make people to listen to these beautiful natural suggestions for good health, how to take our message out. That was the question many times it is asked. So every year some of the other conference I go and share my experiences and my very good friends' experiences with the people. And then I thought, why not make a video and post it to my friends? If one idea or suggestion from this is going to make a change or make a difference in spreading your message out, I am blessed. I'm totally blessed. So today I want to share with you on specific topic, essential practices which takes you and your message far and wide. This is the topic. I am blessed to have a lot of masters, gurus in my life who helped me to shape my life in this beautiful way or reasonable way. So my masters always insisted on me one thing very simple: start from the basic. Without the basic, nothing matters. Basic is the most important thing. So I'm starting from the basic. Mastery at your subject. You may be a specialist in any subject, or you may be a general practitioner, or your specialty may be yoga therapy, or your specialty may be fertility care or infertility care, or your specialty may be specialty in low back pain, treating low back pain. Whatever it is, mastery at your subject. Mastery in the sense you don't have to go to a post-graduation degree course for 2 years and then get the mastery. You know the subject very well. Find more and more information possible online, from books, from professors, from colleagues, discuss. Study it very well. You should be an authority in that. It is nothing, it's not going to take much time at all. I'll share with you one of my experience. Around 16 years back, in the beginning of my practice, in a matter of 6 months period, 4 women who came for the yoga program, they were trying to conceive and then they conceived. And all these 4 women, they said, we did not do any medication, we did not take any medication, we just did this yoga practice you taught, or me or my wife, Dr. Saraswati, taught it. And in the natural process, within 3 months, they were able to conceive. And then I took all the case histories. I started analyzing what all the set of yogas we were teaching for them. I did a good study on it. And then I came out with 4 or 5 different set of practices what we are teaching them. And then I started analyzing it, which all these poses may be stimulating their reproductive system. I did analyze on it, and then I went into the research papers submitted around the world. I did what stimulates the ovaries or what stimulates the capability of the uterus for conceiving. After doing all these analyses, I went and interviewed few of the doctors who are already successful in fertility care treatment. I summarized everything, and then we designed a new program. Me and my wife, we designed a new program for fertility. Till now, I am proud to say that, till now, out of 57 cases we have taken, 52 cases we have succeeded in fertility care. Of course, we choose the cases with great care. because the infertility is the one issue where people have tried everything. Every time they try something and they are not able to succeed, they are losing more hope. More and more when they lose hope, naturally it becomes a big hindrance for them. So I take a lot great care in selecting the case. But out of 57, 52, 53 is a great success. That is all. Select the subject, mastery, have a mastery over the subject, do studies, whatever studies available, read, refer, discuss, and then go deeper, analyze what are your practices, what are the common practices of others, and then go and do study with the research papers published by others, and then interview other doctors who have succeeded already in this, and then summarize everything together. So, let's say how long it takes to master a subject. I would say, like my professor always told me, my master always told me, for any practice to get mastery over, minimum time it takes is 7 weeks. Diligent, consistent effort and practice and study, if we do, 48 days, one mandala. In Indian medicine we call it one mandala, 48 days. Have you ever noticed why this 48 days? That is some other time we will discuss. Let's come back to that. 7 weeks time it takes. If you can spend 5 hours a day, it's not an easy joke, 5 hours a day if you can spend on this specific subject for 48 days, you will have a certain real reasonable amount of mastery on that subject. After the mastery, we'll go to the next step, discipline. For any activity, discipline is most important. I'm not talking about the discipline on moral instructions, lessons or something like that. Self-discipline is very important. Have you ever noticed in a military training, they march past left, right, left, right. In any war, will the left, right be used at all? During the war, are they going to march left and right, left, right, left, right? No. Then why every military in the world is training their cadets, their soldiers, left, right, marching? Have you ever thought about it? It is for the mind to listen to the command. When the commander says left, left leg should go front. When he says right, right leg should go front. If this is not trained, ingrained in their mind, when the commander says do this, you have to do that. If it is not trained, when the commander says there is the enemy, go and shoot, the soldier will turn and ask, why should I? He can't ask. He has to obey the orders. Same way, our body is the soldier for us. Our body should listen, our mind should listen to what we want or what we think is important for us. Most of us, we have good plans, but we are not able to put it into practice. Why? We lack discipline. If not you, I lack discipline. So I always had a struggle. There are so many ideas in my brain, in my mind. Why am I not able to put it into practice and make it a success? Lacking discipline. It's so difficult. So I put myself into the regular, rigorous practice. Mind and body discipline. I analyzed all my practices all these years and my very good successful friends, whatever they have tried, and I made a list of discipline which we have to instill to have our message out successfully. So 5 stages I would say. First discipline is physical discipline. Physical discipline is the most important discipline. So many a times I have seen in seminars, seminar leaders or the people who are experts who are giving talks, they have the stuff. They are knowledgeable. They are efficient. Unfortunately, their energy is getting drained. By second hour of their training, they are drained, totally drained. They are dragging their body behind them. Their mind is sharp and ready, but their body is not ready for that. It is dragging, it is struggling. By third hour, they just want to sit. They don't want to proceed anymore. Physical fitness is most important in that. Start a discipline. Start a regular disciplined walking practice. Just a regular walk. 30 to 45 minutes walk or sun salutation, Surya Namaskar. Make sure every day 20 to 30 minutes Surya Namaskar and followed by few postures. Or go for a run. or weekly twice or thrice go for a gym practice. My personal practice, I would say, every single day I do 1 hour of walking and jogging combined together. Every single day I practice 30 to 40 minutes of yoga. Every single day I practice meditation and breathing exercise. Almost 2 hours a day I dedicate totally for myself. I am very selfish in that, self-centered in that. I will not bargain this for anybody, not to my friends, not to my family, not for anybody, not even for my own desires, because this is the first discipline I have noticed, which is the fitness. Every single day. But I am not asking you for 2 hours, but let's say 45 minutes to 1 hour if we are not going to dedicate for our own physical wellness, what is the point in that? We must. That is a physical discipline. Second, psychological discipline. So many people are like gym body people or gym goers, regular, everything. Physically they are very, very fit, but their mind is a bit fickle. Most of us. We don't want to have that extra dessert, but we are not able to control it. We order the ice cream, or we order the kheer, or we order some sweet. We know it is not good for us, but our mind is not that strong for us. Psychological discipline is very much needed. Physical fitness and then the psychological. Psychological discipline needs meditation or prayer or simple alternate nostril breathing. Some breathing exercise or some prayers or some sort of meditation. It is very much required to keep our mind in line. It's not easy. Our mind decides everything. Are we enjoying this moment or not? It doesn't depend on outside. I don't have to tell you that, most of you are aware about it. But to train that mind, to keep our mind in our control, meditation helps a lot. If you can't meditate, don't worry. Just do chanting. Repeat the same name. Repeat the chanting of God's name, or it doesn't matter, whatever it is, just chant. Monotonous, continuous activity leads to calming of the mind. That's all. Again, physical and psychological is not enough. The third discipline is knowledge. Knowledge discipline. What is a knowledge discipline? The knowledge discipline. After physical and psychological, knowledge discipline is very important. What is this knowledge discipline? Most of us, especially doctors, many of the doctors, I won't say all the doctors, 50% of the doctors, once they get the degree, once they have that certificate in their hand, doctor, they stop reading. They stop enhancing their knowledge. They stop brushing up their knowledge. I am not saying, oh, you have to keep studying all the medical books or something. Some book. The friends who know me very well, they know. Fiction, non-fiction, it doesn't matter. From the time I was in PUC to this present week, every week I read one book, minimum one book. It can be fiction, it can be Alchemist of Paulo Coelho, or it can be Sidney Sheldon's some novel, or it can be a medical book. It doesn't matter, weekly one book. In any language, it doesn't matter. Of course, I try to read in English because I want to develop my English skills as much as I can. So most of the books I read in English. But try to read one book a week. If you can't read a book, okay, 2 magazines a week. Try to read. Don't even bother about, it can be movie magazine, but read. Any additional information in our brain is good. This is called knowledge discipline. Okay, I can't read, doctor, I feel bored about it. My friend, now why this is the YouTube? Now what you are doing now, you are watching my video. It's a training video. Same thing. You go to YouTube, Robin Sharma or Deepak Chopra, there are so many trainings. Even Bhagavad Gita training, there are so many trainings. Just switch it on, sit and watch, sit and listen. But knowledge discipline is most important. The fourth is spiritual discipline. This is the one thing which makes the difference, which makes us animal or human or even divine. The possibility is that spiritual discipline is most important. Are we forgetting or are we remembering the values? You know, it's a knife. A knife can be used to cut the vegetable or to stab somebody. Knife is same. How we use it, it is different. So always when we have the knowledge and the possibility and the facilities, we should always remember we are not forgetting our values. If we slip on that, then we will end up like a Hitler. We have to remember our values very carefully. So spiritual discipline, just once in a while, once in 2 months, just remember what path I am going. Is it helping others or not? Is it helping me or not? If it is helping, is it making me more better human being or an animal? It's very important. Many people who have succeeded and become billionaires and millionaires, they lose their humane side at all, totally. Then what is the purpose of doing anything at all? So let's remember the spiritual discipline. Last, most important discipline I would call, last but not the least, professional discipline. Professional discipline. In the disciplines, this is number 5, last but not the least. What is this professional discipline? You know, every year, how many seminars or training programs I attend, or few of my good friends who are very successful, how many they attend? Minimum of 2. I attend live 2 seminars and I buy DVDs of training program from professionals. Minimum 4, maximum if possible 5 seminars or training programs I attend. Continuing education is the most important thing in our profession. If we have to send our message far and wide out, we should know all the latest technologies and possibilities and availability. Now, this video, very good a friend of mine, Mr. John, he brought his camera. My friends, the farmhouse, we came to the balcony, we hired some lights. Now, what knowledge I have, I am sharing with you. So, this is very important. For example, 10 years back, I attended a training program by the marketing head of the world, Xerox. Xerox world marketing head. You know Xerox, copier machine. Most of in Asia, if somebody want to make a copy, they don't say, I'm going to make a copy. They say, I'm going to make a Xerox. That is the speciality of that marketing manager. He made it sure that copying means it is Xerox, that machine only. So I went to his training. How does he do the marketing? Out of the 20 people attended his training program, I was the only one who is a doctor. It was very expensive training program. Just 3 days training program. It cost me 1.5 lakhs Indian rupees. But worth it. At the end of 3 days, we both sat together and we designed an invitation. You won't believe it. Most of us, when we go for a corporate training or when we go for a free talk to give a free talk to corporates, we send an invitation. Miserably at the end, 5 or 10 people are there sitting there. In that whole building, there are 2,000 employees. After looking at the invitation, only 10 people are sitting there for our training, free training program. But this changed the game plan totally. This guy, he sat with me and he designed for me an invitation. And I tested it immediately. Anything I practice, anything I learn, I immediately put it into practice. I test everything. I went to the Tata Consultancy Bangalore office, TCS software company. I gave that invitation. I asked them to send it through the inter-office mail. And then to the HR director I told, sir, I expect many number of people, so let the seminar room be ready. He said, oh, don't worry doctor, every week we send invitation, some 10 or 15 people only appear there. I said, please, this time it may be more. 2,000 employees were there in that building. We sent the invitation. Afternoon 3 o'clock is the meeting. 2:45, there were 10 people. 3 o'clock, 3:05, there were 850 people. The seminar hall can hold only 1,000. 3:15, by the time introduction by the HR direct manager was over and I am starting my training program, free training exercise. By the time the whole auditorium was full, people were sitting on the steps. Out of 2,000 employees in that building, 1,600 were there for the 2 hours seminar. That is the power of professionalism. Professional training is very important. Every year, make sure you are attending professional trainings. Make sure you are attending your, if not professional training, get together, 4 or 5 doctors, what practice you are doing, what you are doing, how are you sending your message out, how are the people receiving it. Share the information, make a framework, and then put it into practice. As simple as that. This is the professional discipline. This is the big one, framework. 2 years back, in one of the conferences, one of my senior doctor, great Gandhian, he complained to me that I am doing too much of propagation. Why are you doing this? Since he was a Gandhian, I wanted to give him a Gandhian example. If Mahatma Gandhi or Martin Luther King, if they both might have sat inside their house and shared their thoughts, whoever visits them in their house, do you think the freedom movement might have grown this big? I don't think so. You can't change the world from sitting on your bed. You have to come out. Even why they take the old history, let's say recent, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India or Kejriwal at Delhi. People are saying it is a David and Goliath fight, but Kejriwal won. When Narendra Modi was announced to be the Prime Ministerial candidate, nobody thought he is going to win with this clear majority. What made the difference? Campaigning. Let's start campaigning for our belief, what we believe in. We want to change the world by propagating health points. Let's go out and campaign. When I used to start my medical practice, my friends used to call me Mike Dwarak. Because if there are 4 people ready to listen to my talk, I will be talking about Panchatantra. I will be talking about water drinking. I will be talking about the importance of yoga. 4 people. 4 people are ready to listen to me. I am going to spread the message. Of course, I understood the importance of campaigning and I developed myself. I took trainings. Now I do the campaigning in a mass way. The reason thing, how the campaign should be. We have to structure the campaign. The framework of the campaign is most important. The framework should be arranged on story basis, personal basis. For example, to this video when I started it, I shared my experience on infertility program. What you connect to, what is your story, start with that. That gives a closer connection to the person who is listening. The next thing is, if you have any success story, share it. If you don't have, it doesn't matter. Research on other success stories. We can't be expert in everything we do, but we can always share the information of the success from others. Study others. Research. Do research on the other people's success. Interview them. Discuss with them. And then share that. Make the talk interesting. Until now, if you are continuously watching this video, because it is interesting. It did not happen by itself just like that. I practiced it. I learned from the experts. I learned from the masters. And then I practiced it and then I am delivering it now. Make it interesting. Even you have to find out jokes, how often you have to put the jokes inside. Everything is preparation. Everything we do should be after the preparation. So many people ask me how to become the best in this campaigning. Of course, as always I say, practice. Just buy one Walkman. Select one topic. Prepare the points. Start talking on that. Record it. Listen to it. If it is interesting for you, it's going to be interesting for others. Okay, record a talk. Find a good friend and then sincere good friend who is not going to hesitate to comment on it. Give it to them. Ask them to listen. Ask them to give their feedback. And take the feedback in a positive approach. And do the changes, necessary changes. Keep practicing until you become master of it. You know, this talking to a camera, it took me a lot of practice. My first video, I will never dare to show it to anybody. I have to delete it soon because unfortunately somebody find it and post it on the YouTube or something. It will be the funniest video. My eyes are always darting in my first video, darting from the cameraman to the camera, to the down notes and then to my computer, again darting in and out, in and out. It was horrible. I did not back away from that. I practiced it again and again and again and again until I am reasonably good. I won't say now also I am that good, but reasonably good. Practice makes everything perfect, that's all. There is no other secret to that. Do it. Keep practicing. First, have your stuff ready, and then have a framework, properly structure it, add some pepper with some stories, and then practice. Keep practicing until you master it. Once you master it, you are ready for the campaign. Where should I campaign? How should I campaign? People ask me all the time. Even I asked myself many times when I started my practice 15, 16 years back. Where? Nobody is inviting me to campaign. That's what many people complain. Nobody is going to invite you for campaigning. You want to spread the message? You want your message to reach the whole world? You go out, knock the door. Rotary Club, JCs, Lions Club, Giants Club, local housing society. Okay, your daughter is studying in some school, right? Your son or daughter is studying in some school, or if your nephew or niece is studying in some school, go and approach that school. Talk to the headmisters. You want to share the message of health with their students and teachers. If they like it, of course, prepare yourselves in such a way that they are going to like it. Once they like it, ask them, can I talk on their parent-teachers meeting? Free. Don't charge for this. This is your message should reach out. Don't keep charging for these things. Go and talk in their parent-teachers meeting. Of course, in that some of them are going to be interested to have your consultation, personal consultation, or your treatment or training. Then they will come and approach you in your hospital. But start going out, reaching out to the people. I still remember in Madras, in Chennai, T Nagar, in a park, I approached a walking group and I asked them, can I give a talk to you people about health? How much water to drink, how much walking to do, how not to do. They said, yeah, of course you can do. We sent out the pamphlets. On the day of talk, there were 5 people, all above the age of 75. They were sitting in front, okay, doctor, talk. I was like, wow. I was expecting some 50 people. I was a bit shy. In the middle of a park on Sunday morning at 7 o'clock, when people are walking around, only 5 old guys sitting in front of me, they asked me to talk. I thought, okay, they are ready to listen, I am going to talk. But I am going to talk so loud, the people walking around should get curious and come and sit there. 10 minutes later, there were 50 people. All the walkers were sitting there listening to the talk. That's it. Go out. Reach the people. Talk to them. They are ready to listen. I talk to IMA. Every town, every city. When I started my clinic in Tirupur, Coimbatore district, Tirupur, first group I approached, IMA, Indian Medical Association doctors. My first yoga camp was for the doctors. 50 doctors we enrolled into the camp with their families. They came for my 1-month yoga camp. Afterwards, they referred me all the patients. My message reached everybody. That is the way to do it. Don't sit at home, wait for somebody to knock your door and invite you on a golden plate to take your message out. No, you want to take your message out, then you have to do it. It's as simple as that. How is your message conveyed outside? What all modalities it can be made? Make everything. Don't keep a big profit margin in that. But you have to cover your cost actually. So to cover your cost, you have to have different modalities. Make some books. It's so easy. Recently, I wrote a book, 250 pages. I made 5,000 copies. Do you know what is the cost of one book? You will laugh at it. 30 rupees, 30 Indian rupees for one book. That's it. You just proceed. Most of the time, we have the knowledge and everything, but we are not taken the step forward. So we think it is going to cost so much for me. It's going to cost me this much, that much. In the beginning, you make it an e-book. Just sit and type every day 2 pages. In 1 month, you have 60-page book. Pack it, send it out as an e-book. Either you can give it a free or put a basic cost so that it covers your basic costs. But package your message, send it out. Once you do all these things, try. Discipline yourself and to do all these things, starting from the walking to the packaging of your message. Do everything. Practice it and see. Please give me your feedback. Post under this video there is a message where you can post your message. If you don't like, please don't scold me, but if you like it, please put your message. If you have any points for me to improve, please tell that. That's how I learned, that's how what I am now. Please give your feedbacks and get benefited. If one point helps you, one point of my talk helps you to send your message out, I'm the happiest. Wish you all the best to take your message far and wide. Dr. D, Dr. Dwarakanath, thank you very much. Namaste.